Good morning. Paul Georgie from Allendale. It's November 16th, Friday morning, and the USDA weekly export sales numbers were just released. Corn, 312,000 tons of corn sold. That was in a range of estimates of 200 to 400. Soybeans, 585,000 tons. That was a little higher than the range, 250 to 550. And then wheat came in at 314.6. And that was an estimate range of 250 to 450. So neutral mostly on the export sales reports. However, the big news overnight is the announcement that China canceled 600,000 tons, or about 10 cargoes of soybeans. That has put the soybean market under pressure here in the overnight session, and currently we're setting below key support area, the $14 area, and then January soybeans has been key chart support. We're trading below that level right now. If we would close below there, it looks like the next target to the downside would have to be somewhere in that 1350 range in the January contract. In the also further pressure is coming on the soybeans because of favorable weather in South America. It looks like things are improving down there, becoming even more ideal. There has been numbers released from analysts in Argentina on planting progress there. We still are behind last year's pace, 31% done on soybeans versus 44% last year. Corn, 55% complete versus 68% last year. So it also news stories this morning out of Argentina is that they are likely to switch from corn to soybeans because of the late planting in that area. Also, other items to talk about here is the open interest in soybeans increased yesterday on a down day, about 5,200 contracts. Could be either more shorts jumping on this thing or the bulls trying to support this thing near the technical support area. Other news is coming out of the macro markets. We've still got tremendous turmoil in Gaza, and that is creating some strength in oil prices here this morning. They announced the news conference by the White House on Tuesday, and the attitude that they suggested that they're focused on raising taxes rather than finding a compromise on growth for the economy. That has pressured the equity markets. Also, there's talk now that some Republicans are leaning toward some type of a tax increase, and the talk and the news from CNBC is some of those analysts are suggesting maybe it's best to push the fiscal cliff out another year, and that is causing also further pressure on the equity market. So getting some weight on the commodities and grains simply from outside markets, and attitude of investors not willing to add risk to their portfolios at this time of year, especially going into the end of the year, and also going into this time period where news stories and headlines coming out of Washington are going to be changing on a daily basis, and that's got traders pulling back their bullishness and the willingness to take risk, and we'll have to deal with that as we move forward here over the next 6 to 8 weeks. The technical support area in corn still at 705 to 710 region. If we would close below that here on Friday, and that could give us some further selling pressure late in the session, so watch that. And also we're suggesting watch the January beans. A close below the $14 area again would not be very positive to the bulls. In the livestock trade, we do have cattle on feed report out this afternoon at 2 o'clock. The average numbers there on feed, 94.7. Placed at 87.7 and marketed at 102.5. So looking at the numbers would suggest tighter meat supplies as we go forward into the first and second quarters of 2013. So watch those numbers closely, but the trading in the futures are going to expect to see some position evening ahead of this report, and also the outside markets and macro influences by funds could move this livestock market around. There's also a historical seasonal tendency that we do get a lot of volatility in the meats in this period right around Thanksgiving. So be aware of that. Use risk protection where needed to control some of this volatility that we may see here in the next 5 to 6 trading sessions. In the livestock, the choice beef cutout values were down 29 cents yesterday. Select down 117. The pork down 27. We do expect to see some improvement in beef late next week as we go into the post-Thanksgiving holiday. Should see some featuring there. First of the month specials for beef could also help things out as we get into that time frame. But we've got a few days of weakness ahead of us, we think. So stay in touch with Allendale's research and the Allendale Advisory Report. We'll try to keep you informed the best we can. If you got any questions, don't ever hesitate to give us a call here at 800-262-7538. We wish everybody a very successful trading day, safe weekend, and I'll talk to you on Monday morning. Thank you.